Buckle up, because today we're diving into the top 5 electric cars taking over Australian roads in 2025, and trust me, you're going to want to watch until the end, because number 1 is not just the best-selling EV in Australia right now, it's completely reshaping what Aussies expect from their next car. The EV revolution is no longer just coming, it's here. Fuel prices have skyrocketed, state governments are offering juicy rebates, and charging infrastructure is popping up faster than flat whites in Melbourne. That means more Aussies than ever are seriously considering an electric car, not just as a second car or a city commuter, but as their primary daily driver. But with so many models entering the market this year, the big question is, which one should you choose? In this video, we're going to break down the 5 electric cars that are dominating the roads in 2025, from design to performance, tech to pricing, and we'll weigh the pros and cons of each so you can figure out which one fits your lifestyle and budget. We'll also compare them against key competitors, point out a few surprises you might not expect, and give you a clear verdict at the end. So stay tuned, because some of these cars will blow your mind, and others might make you rethink everything you thought you knew about EVs. Let's kick things off with number 5 on our list, the BYD Seal. Now, if you told me just a couple of years ago that a Chinese automaker would be one of the most talked about EV brands in Australia, I might have laughed. But BYD has gone from unknown to unstoppable thanks to its budget-friendly Atto 3 SUV, and the Seal takes things to a whole new level. This is a sleek, low-slung electric sedan that's gunning straight for the Tesla Model 3, and here's the crazy part, it's undercutting it on price by thousands of dollars. On the outside, the Seal looks like a concept car that escaped a motor show: smooth lines, coupe-like roof, flush door handles, and a very premium presence that'll make people look twice at the traffic lights. Inside, you're getting a rotating 15.6-inch touchscreen. Yes, it actually spins from landscape to portrait with the touch of a button, soft touch materials, ventilated seats, and a cabin that feels like something out of a $100,000 luxury car, even though this one starts at around $49,000 AUD before on-road costs. Range. Depending on the trim, you're looking at 460 to 570 kilometers on the WLTP cycle, which means Sydney to Canberra and back on a single charge is totally doable. Performance-wise, the flagship Seal Performance AWD will smash 0 to 100 km/h in just 3.8 seconds. That's faster than most sports cars on Aussie roads right now. But here's the kicker, BYD is offering this level of performance for well under $70,000. Competitors: obviously Tesla Model 3, Polestar 2, and Hyundai Ioniq 6, but none of them can quite match the Seal's mix of range, luxury feel, and price. Downsides: some reviewers say the software still feels a little, version 1.0, and the suspension can feel a bit firm on rough Aussie roads, but if you can look past that, this might just be the most bang for buck EV sedan you can buy right now. Stick around though, because number 4 takes things in a completely different direction. Meet the Hyundai Ioniq 5. Now, this car isn't new, but the 2025 version brings some fresh updates that keep it at the top of its game. If the BYD Seal is a futuristic sedan, the Ioniq 5 is a time machine from the future that just happens to be an SUV. Its retro-futuristic design with pixel LED headlights and 20-inch aero wheels turns heads everywhere. It's one of the few EVs that even non-car people will walk up to and ask about. Step inside, and it's like sitting in a Scandinavian lounge, flat floor, minimalist. Dash, massive twin 12.3-inch displays, sliding center console, and sustainable materials that make you feel like you're driving a concept car. Range: around 500 kilometers depending on spec, and charging is insanely fast thanks to its 800-volt architecture. You can go from 10% to 80% in under 20 minutes at a DC fast charger. That means by the time you grab a coffee, your car is good to go. The dual-motor AWD version gives you around 239 kilowatts and a 0 to 100 time of 5.1 seconds, which is plenty quick for a family SUV. Safety: Hyundai has thrown in everything: lane keeping, adaptive cruise, blind spot view monitors, and even a remote park assist feature where you can move the car forward or backward using the key fob. The only real downside is price. You're looking at $70,000 plus for a well-equipped version, and while it feels premium, it's definitely creeping into luxury territory. But wait until you hear what's sitting at number 3, because this one is shaking up the SUV space even more, the Kia EV6. Kia has absolutely nailed it with this one, taking everything good about the Ioniq 5 and giving it a sportier, more driver-focused twist. The design is sleek and aggressive with its swooping roofline and boomerang-style tail lights, and the GT line trim looks properly athletic. Inside, the EV6 feels like a cockpit with a curved panoramic screen, bucket-style seats, and a slightly more performance-oriented driving position. Range, up to 528 kilometers depending on trim, and yes, it shares the same 800-volt platform as the Ioniq 5, so ultra-fast charging is here too. Performance is where the EV6 really shines though. The GT version pumps out a mind-bending 430 kilowatts, hitting 0 to 100 in 3.5 seconds, which makes it one of the fastest cars you can buy under $100,000 in Australia, electric or not. Downsides. The sloping roof eats into rear headroom compared to Ioniq 5, and pricing is slightly higher, but if you want an EV that's as fun to drive as a hot hatch while still being practical, this is your pick. Now for number 2, and if you've been paying attention to EV sales charts, this one will come as no surprise, it's the Tesla Model Y. Love Tesla or hate it, you can't deny they own the EV conversation in Australia. The Model Y was the best-selling passenger vehicle of 2023 and 2024, and the 2025 update just made it even better. Exterior changes are subtle, smoother lines, new headlights, but the interior got a serious glow-up with ventilated seats, improved sound insulation, and a rear touchscreen for passengers. Tech. Well, it's Tesla. You get over-the-air updates, autopilot with optional full self-driving beta depending on when it rolls out here, and a user interface that feels years ahead of most competitors. Range is 455 to 533 kilometers depending on trim. Charging is lightning fast at Tesla Superchargers, and the performance variant will do 0 to 100 in 3.7 seconds. Downsides. Build quality can still be hit or miss, and you either love or hate the minimalist interior with no traditional instrument cluster. But the real reason it's at number 2 is that as good as the Model Y is, our number 1 pick takes everything Tesla did and somehow made it cooler, cheaper, and more feature-packed. So what's at number 1? Drumroll please, it's the BYD Atto 3 Extended Range, and here's why. This compact SUV has completely disrupted the Australian EV market, offering 480 kilometers of range, a funky and playful interior with guitar string door pockets, a rotating screen like its big brother the Seal, and a starting price around $48,000 AUD drive away in many states after rebates. That makes it one of the most affordable long-range EVs you can buy new. It's not as fast as the Tesla or Kia EV6 GT, 0 to 100 takes 7.3 seconds, but it's more than enough for daily driving, and it's running. Costs are ridiculously low. The Atto 3 has quietly become the default first EV for thousands of Aussie families, and by its growing service network and partnership with major leasing companies means you'll see even more of them on the road in 2025. Downsides. Boot space is smaller than some rivals, and brand perception still has to catch up with legacy automakers, but BYD is moving so fast that it might not be an issue for long. So there you have it, 5 electric cars that are absolutely dominating Australian roads this year. My verdict. If you want luxury and cutting-edge design, go for the Hyundai Ioniq 5. If you want driving excitement, the Kia EV6 GT is your weapon of choice. If you love Tesla's tech ecosystem, the Model Y is still a brilliant all-rounder. But if you want maximum value for money with solid range, the BYD Atto 3 and Seal are hard to ignore. What do you think? Which of these EVs would you choose, or did we miss your favorite? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, hit that like button if you found this guide helpful, share it with a friend who's car shopping, and don't forget to subscribe because we've got even more deep dives and comparison tests coming your way to help you pick the perfect car in 2025.